there, Connor, Katie, and Andrew. Hope forgot anybody. Hope you're all doing well and hope your travels are going well. This is your video lesson for today. There are 3 things that I want to talk about. I'll go right down the list. If you guys want me to take a look at anything or have questions at the end or want me to go in more detail about something that maybe I glossed over too fast, don't hesitate to send me a message back and let me know your question. I'll do my best to answer that for you. Cool, I will start at the top and work my way down. So first thing is pinky push-up number 2. I know we started this with Connor, I believe a couple weeks ago in preparation for Rigadoon. So I just kind of want to review that, make sure everything's like looking good with it. So first thing is so the hand kind of fall asleep here like this, right? And what we're doing is we're gonna bring that hand up in a horizontal fashion. So remember up until now we've been doing like a lot of like the hand's been turned this way. Yeah, this knuckle is lower than this knuckle over here. Say like if you're playing like something like that, like your hand's going to be more like this angle. But when you're playing more horizontal up in this position over here, the hand has to turn towards the pinky side. So what we're going to do is we're going to let that hand fall asleep, and we're going to bring the hand up, and we're going to find the 4th fret, 4th string. So remember 4 and 4, right? 1, 2, remember we count from the bottom, right? Smaller string, smaller number. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and fret 4, 1, 2, 3, 4th fret, so those spaces. So I bring my hand up to that position, right? Just hovering over the string. So I'm gonna take my ring finger and put it right on the tip of the finger with a good nice arch or tunnel over top. Place that down there. Well, moving closer so you can see a bit better. So you have that hand turned to the side, right? Bring it up. Practice bringing it up in nice horizontal hand. You want to avoid this kind of thing here, or this right here. The reason why you don't want to have the hand turned this way is because see how much harder it is to reach for this 5th fret right here. If you turn to the side, it's far easier to reach. I see a lot of adults like, why can't I? Oh, this is a good one. So say if Andrew, I know you play a little guitar. So if we're doing bar chords, a lot of guys they'll have their hand turned this way. Look, why can't I get that string to ring out? Well, the answer is because if you turn to the side a little this way, it creates an arch in the pinky, which allows you to clear the 3rd string. But if you're turned too far this way, you can hear it. It's like thuddy. As soon as you start turning it this way, the finger can arch better, and you can clear that 3rd string. And usually when I show someone, like an adult student's been playing it for a long time, they're like, it's like magic. All of a sudden, like it unlocks like that thing they could never get to. And all it was is just like turning the hand just slightly. Anyway, back to this though. So make sure that hand's turned right. That F sharp right there. And what I like to do is just like rest the fingers 1 and 2 on the 2nd and 3rd fret right here, because this is what you want to avoid. You want to avoid Jupiter fingers, right? So the visualization I give the kids is that, you know, keep them like moons hovering over top, right? But we don't want to be like Jupiter fingers super far away. So keep those fingers close, and then and pinky down. So here, and then pinky. Thumb is resting on the 6th string. These are hovering over top. You'll start seeing this sometimes. Keep those fingers hovering. If they start hovering this way, reset. Don't worry about the push-up quite yet. Just let them hover over top. Nice and relaxed. The pinky motion is super smooth. I think I did this to you, Katie, last time. I think it was you. I did it with one parent. Is like take your thumb and put your 3rd and 4th finger touching the tips of each the 3rd and the 4th. And what you want to do is see if you can lift your pinky up really smooth up to like in between where like the end of the nail here and the 1st knuckle joint right here. So you take it up, right? And you want to avoid this, like right? The pinky, you want to do this. Take that pinky and raise it up, and you can do this, you know, in the car, in traffic, right? You try it too and see if you can get it smooth. Up like this. Like I said, you can do this anywhere. Down, do that pinky push up. Up, real smooth. Straight back down. Well, you'll see like a lot of like that kind of stuff. So super smooth up and down. So that's what we're doing over here is I'm gonna lift that pinky right up. I'm not going very far. I'm going basically, when I do mine, let's see if I can turn so you can actually see what I'm doing. When I lift, it's like I'm barely off of the string. But at his stage of the game, you know, maybe up to that first knuckle would be good for practice, and then maybe get right between the nail and the knuckle, right about there. Thumb placement, also too, is that I'm a big believer of the bunny ears. So if you look right here, my thumb is parked kind of in between these two fingers. My teacher used to say like third finger, but I've found over the years that my hand, at least the way I was trained by Ricardo, is the thumb between like bunny ears position between the second and the third finger. That's what I would recommend doing. Cool. The notes that you're playing: D is open, E on the second fret of the fourth string, F sharp on the fourth fret of the fourth string. That's one we started with. G on the fifth fret of the fourth string. So D, E, F sharp, G. Do that after you can kind of get the finger on there and they're kind of hovering over top without doing this. Don't try to force the steps if he's not ready yet. Take your time. It's better for us to make sure his hand's super solid here and the fingers aren't flying away than to try to jump steps and get impatient. It will pay off in the end, believe me. You don't want to rebuild stuff like this. I know because I did it. It was not the fun. It was not the most fun thing. So take your time with it. Okay. The next thing, number 2, is that since he's getting into that he's doing perpetual motion. He's getting into that area of the mid book 1. It's high time for us to start reading music. I can't remember or not he got his flashcards. I think if I remember, you guys ordered them. If not, send me over a message and I'll send you over who to talk to get those. But he's also ready since he's a bit older. He's ready for note reading out of a book, I believe. Once we do the flashcard stuff. So the book I like to use for note reading, because actually the lady who wrote this book, she was actually originally, as far as the story is told, that have been told to me, is that she was originally the person who was going to write the Suzuki stuff for guitar. And then eventually they went with Frank Longane and Michael Kostler, Bill Kostler. You met his son at the summit last year, or earlier this year. So the book is New Dimensions in Classical Guitar for Children. I wrote it down here for you. And the nice thing about it, the reason why I went on that tangent there, is because since she was like, in that Suzuki world, this actually follows Suzuki. So what we're doing is his ear and his technique playing over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up right behind with his note reading. So he already knows what this stuff sounds like. It's gonna be for him like sight words. Like he'll see a rhythm and he'll just know what it sounds like without like having to like clap it out. He'll just see it and go, oh, I know what ta, ti, ti, ta. I know what that sounds like. So pick up this book, and we'll start using it. I think we might have done it in a lesson or two, but he should own his own copy because she's still alive and needs a roof over her head. Cool. And then number 3 is I want you to start looking at Rigadoon. Here's what you do with it: is that you use pinky push-up number 2 to use. Those are the notes of the beginning section. So when I play this here, I'm going to turn around so Connor can't see because I want him to figure it out. But I'm going to use pinky push-up number 2. This is what the beginning sounds like. Right? One more time. And one more time, a little bit slower. Here's your starting note. I'll play it slow. One more time. See me find it on your guitar. And like I said, you use pinky push-up number 2 just for that first part. So the whole thing, or at least that section. And then we get to... I saw how my hand moved. We're going to use something else for that, but we'll talk about that later on. So, but for the first part, you use pinky push-up number 2. All right, that's what I got to talk about today. Like I said, if you have any questions or want me to clarify any points I made today, feel free to shoot me over a message. I will be more than happy to answer. And I will see you same time next time. Bye bye.